I've really been trying to embrace slow mornings when I can. It's been very important to me to start my day off right. Everything goes by so fast, and I don't want to let the peacefulness of mornings waste away on rushed attitudes, hurrying hands, and a racing mind. Opening the curtains to let the light in not only helps with my mood, but getting sunlight in the morning helps your body and mind. The sunlight filtering through the windows lets my body know it's time to get up and start the day. Starting my day with the light of the sun rather than the light of a screen makes for a calmer mind. My mornings aren't always calm, and they aren't always slow. That's why it's important for me to embrace the slowness whenever I can. Having coffee and a book while I sit and allow my brain to wake up does wonders for me when I can do this. It isn't always coffee and a book either. Sometimes it's meditation, sometimes it's tarot, sometimes it's just sitting in stillness, and sometimes it's sitting down to work as soon as I get up because I don't have any other choice. But when I can, I embrace the slowness. It doesn't matter what I'm doing during this slowness, as long as it's leading to mindfulness. I just want you to remember that it's okay if the slowness doesn't happen. I've been on a journey of self-discovery this year. I know, it's only March, but a lot has happened since the end of 2023. We moved to a state we've never been to. We're living on our own for the first time in a long time. We're adjusting to a house we didn't really want, which is a whole different story. And we're trying to figure out exactly how our lives look now. And I know I said we, but my family is an extension of me, and that's part of my journey of self-discovery. Maybe I'll talk about that another day. Growing up wasn't easy. And being an adult who had to grow up quickly is just as hard. I often find myself wondering who I actually am. I know my name. I know how old I am. I know the different roles I play in the lives of others: mother, partner, friend. But if you ask me who I am at my core, outside of what I can do for other people, I'm not sure I could answer that. How do you even answer that question? I can rattle off a few things I enjoy doing, but describing myself is difficult.
Say hi, Zena. Hi, Zena.
My word of the year for 2024 is heal, and that is exactly what I plan to do. I'm healing my heart from the anxiety and depression that grips it regularly. I'm healing my body by learning more about what it can do and getting stronger. I'm healing my relationship with myself as I fight through issues with self-confidence and self-esteem. I'm healing my relationship with my inner child, the one who wasn't allowed to be a child for long. I'm healing my relationship with food, a source of comfort and dopamine for a chronically depressed woman with ADHD. Part of healing my relationship with food involves learning how to make things for myself. I've always wanted to be the person who bakes their own bread, who makes their own pasta, and who generally enjoys having a homemade kitchen. The problem is that I can't look at food without seeing my dysfunctional relationship with it. But the struggle is part of the solution. So I power through, gather ingredients, and eat good food. You would be amazed at just how easy it is to make things for yourself. I'm not going to tell you that homemade is better for everyone because I don't know your situation and I'm in no position to give anyone advice. So I'll just speak from my own experience. When I first learned how easy it was to bake bread, I was surprised. The first loaf of bread I ever made was an Irish soda bread, something that involves only a handful of ingredients and no rise time because there's no yeast. Sourdough bread, though, once you get the starter going, is one of the better things out there to make, so I've been told, because you can make more than just bread with it. Cookies and brownies and crackers and flatbread and tortillas and so many other things can be made with a sourdough starter. I'm not there yet. I haven't even made my first loaf of bread. My starter is, well, I made it in this video, but you'll see what happens. Anyway, knowing where my food comes from is an important part of healing my relationship with food. I've become so disconnected with food that it was becoming a problem. So, cue my journey into a handmade kitchen. Seriously, one of the easiest things I've ever made is pasta. It's a learning process for sure, and one that you have to trust the process while you're doing it. But it's so rewarding to know that I've made something my entire family enjoys eating, and it doesn't have any extra preservatives or fillers in it. It's literally 2 ingredients, flour and eggs. I found this recipe online, so I will leave a link for that in the description, but it's 3 cups of flour and 4 or 5 eggs. That's it. Through making pasta a few times after this, I've learned that 5 eggs is better for me than 4. I also splurged on a hand crank pasta maker because this rolling pin business is not for me. No, thank you. It's been a fun thing, making my own pasta, a learning experience and something I have come to enjoy. I used to be vegan. Did you know that? You probably knew that if you've been here for a bit. When we moved, and I started really examining my relationship with food, I had an epiphany about why I was vegan, and it really shook me because I was finally being honest with myself. Maybe that's a video for another time too. Anyway, I love having fresh fruit in the house though. It's one thing that brightens my fridge and my day at the same time. I know I'm lucky enough to have fresh fruit and ingredients to make my own food. Not everyone is as fortunate as I am, and I recognize that every single day. I'm grateful that I have this capability, and the love of what I'm doing isn't lost on me. It's also an important skill to teach myself and my child. Self-preservation is important, and getting connected back with the way food is made and what's in it is an important part of healing my relationship with food, my completely dysfunctional one. But I'm getting there. It's been a couple of days because I got sick and my kid was sick and I just felt overall like absolute shit. And in that time span, I forgot to feed my sourdough starter, so I'm pretty sure it's dead and we're gonna check on it together. Hopefully you can still hear me okay because the microphone is way over there. I haven't even looked at it. Excuse you! for some reason my camera stopped and it turned off. I opened it and it's gross, and I'm not even gonna show you what it looks like because it's definitely not supposed to look like this. So here's to getting sick and forgetting about something that I really wanted to do and starting all over again, which is fine. It's an experience. It's an experience, and it's what I'm gonna keep telling myself. But I can't start it right now because I have things I gotta do, I gotta work, and I will just have to start it again another day.